This is 2 Minutes Together, a ministry of Central Lutheran Church, Eugene, Oregon. I'm Pastor Ben. This week in our Old Testament lesson, we have the story of Moses going up on Mount Sinai and receiving the Sinai covenant, most notably within it the Ten Commandments. I'd like to reflect on something about this just for a moment. And that is, why now? We've had the whole book of Genesis. We then had 400 years in which the people of Israel were enslaved in Egypt. And then we had them leaving Egypt in chapter 12. And here we are all the way in chapter 20. Why now this Sinai covenant? Well, I think there's probably a few different reasons, but I'd like to explore just one possibility. You see, in the book of Genesis, when we have God relating to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, they're a family. That's who they are. It's whoever the patriarch's family is. Then when they're in slavery, they are put down as a people. And now they've left slavery. And they're no longer a family, they're becoming a society. And if you're going to be a society, you've got to learn to live together. I wonder, though, if we might be able to see some grace in where they are. And I say that because many of you know that the way in which the commandments are listed is often called law, and they're seen as these hard things to keep that we can't keep. Well, I wonder if we see grace behind it, though. That you are a society that will be self-determining enough that you'll be able to make laws about how do you relate to one another. This is the first time in the Bible we really have any indication that how you treat one another is directly in relationship with how you worship God. We've had a little bit of that before, but nothing like this. How you live together is a reflection of who you are as the people of God. And the grace of that is that God has made it possible for you to be able to have that kind of self-determination. And they will, throughout the Old Testament and on into our own lives, have moments where they get to choose their own laws and other times where they don't. But these commandments are structured in such a way that they can be a guide for you, even if they are not the societal law of the land. These are ways in which we all can beneficially support one another, in that the Ten Commandments are mostly not about how you relate with God, but how you relate with each other, which is a reflection of your life together as a people of God. And so today when we think about this, we could think about the ways in which how we worship God matters for how we look at one another. This has been 2 Minutes Together. I'm Pastor Ben.